Hey y'all, hey. This is the energy of the week for May 23rd, 2026. And this week, I am keenly aware of time. That time has passed, that time has been wasted, that productivity is up, and somehow the never-ending to-do list has grown longer. Time has kept right on marching by, and when I looked up, it was the end of the month. I've been in this weird space where I'm right where I need to be and also lagging, a little slow, working hard, not quite hitting the mark. Everything in me says it's okay. Every message from Spirit says all is fine and I should rest, and yet I cannot let go of the feeling that I should do more, feel more, and be more. I've tried. I refresh, I refocus, I wake up early and ready to go, and then somehow half the day is gone and I've done absolutely nothing, except I've done everything. It's all messed up and it's all okay, and then I go to bed and start all over again the next day. One thing that I've been determined to address are those places I've been stuck so that I can release that time and be more efficient. I have dearly needed the structure in place to help the household run effectively without me needing to be involved in every little step. When I tell you that every single time I schedule a moment with the kids to put that structure together and then dig into the work so we can move forward with some clarity, something comes up to block it. I'm not exaggerating. I know exactly what that something is that's blocking it, but that particular obstacle is a bit more difficult to remove, so I kind of have to work around it. And time keeps marching on. And I keep marching right beside it, doing my best every day. I share all this because this week I was determined to get the energy of the week prepped and posted on Sunday. Not Monday, not Wednesday, but Sunday. And it's now Sunday night, but ask me, is that message done? I pulled the cards last night. I was in flow, and I know I pulled the cards that will lead me as well as others through this week. I know the message is necessary, but I didn't even look at the cards that I pulled. Not last night. I realized I was too tired and I had to go to bed. So I left them neatly sitting so I could get to them first thing in the morning, write the words I need to say to deliver the message, and then pretty myself up enough so I could calm down, step into that frequency, and record a video to share with the world, even if nobody in the world looks at it. And then stuff happened. Life happened. And now it's late and there's nothing but the cards. I did get things done today. My family worked hard. They did their best. They showed up. We talked. We looked at what wasn't working and what was working and what we wanted. And we fixed those things that were messing us all the way up and got our space to a place where we can wake up tomorrow and start off on a better footing than where we were today. And we committed to doing the most important things this week. Creating a calendar, creating that structure, finding ways to hold ourselves accountable so that the mental and physical workload isn't falling on any one set of shoulders. And my kids try so hard when they don't know what to do, and they are so good when they do know what to do. I know that we are going to have an amazing week. They know it too, and they're ready. So I felt better about how the week is starting out. And once I pushed the opposing energy out of the way, I was ready to sit down and see what the cards said that I pulled out last night. And do you know something? It left me in tears. I swear to the goddesses, I'm over here sobbing because the question I asked is this. Let me see. I just myself on the way. There to stay. Balancing through. Ooh, I am enough. Hey y'all. There has obviously been an interruption in the programming. There was a little snafu with recording earlier today. So let's just backtrack for a moment. I pulled cards Saturday. Life happened. I did not get to interpret the message on Sunday the way I intended. All of this is in the intro with all the reasons why. Today is Monday, and so I pulled the cards 2 nights ago. I was unable to get to it yesterday. I was determined to get to it today. I got to it today. I recorded today in the light, like I like, because the sun is out and the greenery is behind me and it's pretty and I like it. And I'm out in the open when I'm recording. So the family came through and made noise. So I paused. And then when I went back to start recording, it did not start recording, even though I pressed start record. So I came to edit and post, and most of the video wasn't there. But I got the intro. So I'm going to leave that intro the way it is. This is life. Life happens. And now you have the night edition of the energy of the week. We have different music. We're over here jamming, right? Positive thoughts. Help me to grow, yeah. Help me to grow. Help me to grow. Help me to grow. Growth requires challenges, and that was a challenge. I'm actually quite proud of how I handled it. Now, because I'm rambling and it's nighttime, I'm going to just let y'all know that I got a lot done between the recording snafu and the time that I came back to start recording again, because I realized most of my video was not there. I planted some garden tomatoes and some garden peppers and some garden eggplants, and I brought my inside plants outside so they could get some life, because they were not enjoying life inside. And I got a lot done. It was a good night. Now it's dark, and I'm going to go back to where I left off in the video, because I've been talking for 3 minutes nonsense. So you're here for the message, and I'm going to give you the message because it was a beautiful one. So where I left off in the last video is I'm thinking about spirit. I'm thinking about how they communicate with us. I'm overwhelmed with love and emotion, and I'm in tears. I'm crying, right? Because the question I asked was this one. I asked, what are the 3 things we need to focus on during the last week of May to successfully launch ourselves into the energy of June? And I pulled 1 anchor card, and then I pulled 3 cards to represent each of the 3 things. And I remember on Saturday, I got so tired all of a sudden that after I pulled those 4 cards, I said to myself, no tarot cards tonight. No tarot cards for clarification. I'll pull those tomorrow. But this is what Spirit ended up saying once I looked at those cards, and I knew once I saw them, I didn't need any more cards. So our anchor card for the week comes from the Cosmic Astrology Oracle by Tanaaz Chubbs, and it is anchoring us with Regulus, Heart of the Lion. Anchor yourselves in courage. That's what Regulus is really about at the core. Courage, bravery. But this is not a bravado without backing. This is courage because Regulus knows who he is. He is fortunate. He is lucky. He is royalty. He is wealth, abundance, and the successful culmination of ambitions and dreams manifested. He knows just how valuable he is. He knows how powerful he is. He knows that he is connected and that the universe is geared up to say yes to everything he needs and desires. he knows he's not working from ego, but from the heart. Those may overlap sometimes, but he's clear on where his destiny is taking him. He knows he is on the right path, and he knows that path will deliver him to every desire he's felt and promise he's heard in his lifetime. He knows that this is the promised land and that he is destined to rule over it. This is where our reading begins this week. This is where our anchoring point is. This is where we start. We start with the heart of the lion. And from this point of promise, from this point of destiny, of fortune and luck, we move to the first of the 3 areas where we need to send our focus this week. That first area is love. Now, you guys, this is one of the reasons why I was just so teary. Like, this is the part that really tore me up. Every time I pull this card, it is when I really need to feel love, when I really need to see love, and my spirit team comes through every single time. They remind me I'm loved, right? So I pulled this card, and I'm thinking of the collective, not of myself, but I'm a sucker for love. I love love. I communicate in love. I swim in love. I give it. I receive it. And I think that love is the balm for all the evils in the world, right? Spirit communicates to me in a language steeped in love, and I always feel it quite deeply. I wish I could paraphrase the meaning for this card, and I probably could, but it's written so beautifully in the guidebook. I don't want to. As I write tonight, I am reminded that I've spent a week supporting spiritual development, mine and others, and I've been fortunate enough to meet someone who I know is a powerful being and a beautiful person, and they are loved beyond imagination. They may not fully feel it right now, but they are so, so loved. And so for this card to pop up first, not only reiterated the love Spirit has for me and for all of us on a universal level, it commanded me to remember my friend as I wrote about the energy this week. She is loved. She may not know how much, but it is beyond imagination. And here are the words that help convey that love. And both she and I know exactly where this message is coming from. So the card is from the Sacred Landscape Oracle by Denise, Linn. And again, the card is love. And the phrase for this card is about the wild rose. And it's just such a beautiful scene. I mean, it's so peaceful. And Denise Linn tells us that roses are a universal symbol of love. The wild rose, as opposed to the domesticated rose, represents a love that is wild and free and without bounds. It blossoms all summer, and it's loved by bees and butterflies. Love is all around you. Love is coming into your life. You are already more cherished than you can possibly know. Indeed, you are a sacred vessel for love to flow through you when you stand in the center of it all. All is well, no matter what is happening around you. You know that you are loved, and you know that you are lovable. You know that there is nothing that you need to do to deserve love. You are enough, just as you are. The Creator is love, and in the depths of your soul, you are love. In matters of the heart and romance, all is healing or is already healed. In terms of self-love, your confidence and self-esteem are growing as you take time to cherish and care for yourself. And there's more, but I'm going to stop there because that last sentence really is the crux of the message. Love. Deep, unconditional, universal love. This message is not just for me or for my friends. It's really for all of us. Do you know how loved you are? Can you feel it? It doesn't matter if you have absolutely nothing or nobody on this earth, nobody in this world. It doesn't matter if there are people and energies moving against you all day, every day, or if there are circumstances or obstacles constantly setting you up to fail. You will not fail because you are loved, you are adored, you are cherished, you are holy, and you are worthy. And there are armies that stand behind you in spirit to make sure you know that, make sure you feel that, and to make sure you succeed. Do you feel love? It's there for you. And we are urged this week to see it, embrace it, and focus on it to help us move through the last few days of this month. And then we move on to the next message, which tells us to rest and recharge. From the Woodland Wardens Oracle by Jessica Roux, we have the deer and oak. The meaning is healing. This card shows a beautiful deer in a vulnerable moment. That moment where its antlers shed and regrow each year. When the deer sheds his antlers, he has to navigate the world without the visible protection he usually carries with him. His antlers, his weapons of choice, have fallen off in a painless but bloody and violent display. They leave him and regeneration begins. Throughout the spring and summer, he seeks extra nourishment so that he can regrow his antlers and show up in the fall, ready to battle through mating season, proving himself to the best and brightest in the herd, creating a family that will perpetuate only the strongest and smartest genes into the future. It's evolution at its finest. The point with this card, though, is to remind us to take care of ourselves, to heal. Has something left us? Have we lost the best part of ourselves? Do we feel abandoned or alone? Is there something the universe demands that we let go of so there is room to heal, regenerate, and allow the newness of abundance to flow in? What we feel we have lost may be exactly what was destined to leave us. And we have to let it go. We may need to let it go, even if it hurts, even if it leaves us vulnerable and unable to defend ourselves, if only for a season. The Oracle urges us to focus on healing, nourishment, and rebuilding. Where do we feel loved? Where do we feel safe? Where do we know we are cared for and protected, even if it's hard to acknowledge? And here, I want to just stop and make a note that sometimes the only place where we really feel that we are loved, that we are safe, that we are protected is with spirit. And we can approach spirit in so many different ways. You can approach through prayer. You can approach through meditation. You can approach by taking a walk in nature, visiting water, spending time with the tree in the garden, with your pets. So many ways to approach spirit. It's okay to feel that that's the only place that you can feel love, because we are loved by the spirit. And that's where we need to go this week, to that place where we feel most loved. While we're there, we need to nourish so that we can regenerate that piece of ourselves that we need to move forward in strength. Just in case we did not get the message the first time around, Ceres comes to us to drive the point home. Again, this is the Cosmic Astrology Oracle by Tanaaz, Chubbs, and the Ceres card represents nourishment. It's the nourishment of the mother, of the womb, When she appears, she's asking us to look at what we need to do, what we need to feel, and what we need to feel nourished. She tells us to fix our own masks on our own face before we put the mask on those around us, even if they're our children. She reminds us that if we are depleted or unable to breathe, there's no way we can help others. And so, she is here to tell us to put ourselves first so that we can be here for others when they truly need us. This week, they do not need us, not really. You've done the work. You've supported and taught and trained and healed and helped. And the lessons that you've shared, the wisdom you've imparted, it has not fallen on deaf ears. They know what to do. This week, it's time for you to take good care of you, because we have to be whole in ourselves so that we can return and serve from strength. Put your own needs first. Connect with the earth and do what feels good and right to you as you replenish. Take a luxurious bath. Give yourselves what you didn't get as a child. Allow yourself to buy that one thing you've been denying yourself, or eat the special chocolate. Take the extra time for yourself, even if it means something else does not get done. It'll wait. It's not only necessary, it's a universal imperative in this last week of May. Love on yourself. This week, you guys, I didn't need to pull any tarot cards. The oracle spoke plainly, and it stands on its own. And it said, take good care. Even now, night is here, but the day isn't over. Phone calls interrupt me every few moments. What's the OTP? Can you tell me the number? Can I have dessert? When will we start doing summer stuff? Are you planning it out now? Can I go ride my bike in the dark? No, you can't ride your bike in the dark. That's just not a good idea. But I find the OTP. And I remind them there's a birthday party coming up next weekend and we need to get a gift, and it's not quite summer yet, but we need to remain flexible, grateful, and happy for what we have. Because based on the nonsense happening in the world, nobody truly knows what will happen from one day to the next. We simply have to go with the flow. I didn't tell them all the things I was worried about. I didn't say all the things I'm scared might happen. I didn't talk about those because I know that fear comes and goes, but life perpetuates, and we will be okay. And so I said, we'll go get a gift, we'll go to the party and celebrate your friends, and we will have a terrific summer filled with adventure and joy and bike riding. Life feels heavy sometimes. It can feel like the end of the world sometimes. It's not the end of the world, of course, but what that heaviness is actually all about is the beginning of a new world. And I am so grateful to be here to help create this new foundation as we shift into a new era. What a privilege. But for this week, I'm going to do exactly what Spirit told me to do. Lay down the heaviness for a moment. Let time move on and take that to-do list right along with it, and then focus on love, healing, nourishment. And before I give any of that to anyone else, I'm going to love, heal, and nourish myself. I'm at the top of the list. I come before anyone or anything else, just for a moment, so I can come out refreshed, restored, and ready to build a new world. So that's it for this week. Y'all go and take good care of yourselves, starting right now. I'm going to go and, well, I would say stick a plant in the ground, but I already did that. I put several plants in the ground and it felt so good. And after this, I'm going to have a snack and a mug of hot chocolate, and I'll check in with y'all next week. So until then, all the love, all the time, always. Good night.